let's talk briefly about the Poltava. Give me a second while I find it. We want Russian battleship. Nope, not tier 8, tier 7. What? I don't have the sign up? Hold, moment please. I don't have the sign up. Now I have the sign up. And now I have the beehole. Alright. So let's talk about the differences real quick between the sign up and the Poltava. And then we'll get to the raffle here. So the sign up, which most people are used to, this is the tier 7 tech tree battleship, Russian, so of course it's very balanced. 406mm guns. These are 16 inchers, which can overmatch 27mm armor. So you saw in that earlier game with the Baltimore, it can overmatch the bow. Very important. Let's take a look at the gun characteristics here. So 60 seconds for 180-degree turn time, dispersion 221, 41% HE, fire chance. Where is the reload? 33 seconds by default. Let's talk about the Poltava now. Note that the Poltava is 356mm guns. So the whole ship actually looks a little bit smaller than the sign up. So if you look at the sign up there, look at all the superstructure, and then look at the Poltava, you can see it's a lot less superstructure. So the guns themselves are 28-second reload by default. So 5-second faster reload, 45-second 180-degree turn time. So instead of 60-second, it's 15 seconds shorter. So your guns will traverse much quicker. What else? You'll notice that the armor cannot penetrate at 356. It cannot penetrate those 27mm armor stuff. So we're gonna pull up a calculator here. We're gonna put in 356 in the calculator. 356. And we're gonna divide by 14.3. That's the overmatch magical number. And 25mm is there. So I don't think it can even penetrate 25mm armor. Ted, SAT, am I correct in that? When you're so rich, just buy a whole new ship like it's nothing. Yeah, I have monies. I have credits. And I am called Smog for a reason. Absolutely. Cannot overmatch Cleveland. So you can't overmatch that 25mm then. But if you look at the shell muzzle velocity, 895 versus the sign up, 766. Big difference right there. So against a broadside cruiser or broadside battleship, you do have the ability to at least hit them faster, flatter shell arcs, quicker response, maybe slightly easier to hit. So that's one thing to keep in mind. Now, we were asking earlier about Narai. This is why I think this ship is going to be great on Narai. You've got the turret traverse, you've got the reload time, you've got the really good penetration with the shell velocity, but you don't have to worry about lack of overmatch, because what are you up against in Narai? Other than the tier 9 Missouri, you're up against everything else that I think you can overmatch. You've got the Phoenix, you've got a bunch of destroyers, you've got Emerald, LOL, you know what I mean? You've got the Wyoming. So in that instance, rate of fire is far better than overmatch. And I don't know about you guys, but I have this problem when I play 406mm gun, 16-inch gun battleships in Narai. I overpen the hell out of things. And I almost wonder if the same thing will happen in the Poltava, or if I'll get more penetrating hits because of the lower caliber. So that'll be interesting to see what happens. Now, the other thing to talk about is its armor layout. So let's take a look at the armor layout here of the Poltava. So you've got 200mm thick belt armor in the front, 25 up top, and 25 deck and upper plating. So HE spammers will be a problem. You've got 200mm armor belt, 370mm Citadel armor belts here. And then when we go into survivability, you've got 59,000 hit points. Let's go to the sign up. Default has more hit points. It's got a little bit less front armor belt. Interesting. And then it's got 300mm main armor. The deck is still 25 and the fore end is still 25. iChase covered the Poltava and it's garbage? Well, okay. That's fine. If you want to listen to iChase, go right ahead. Personally, I always believe that every ship has something beneficial going for it. And if the ship really is garbage, there's always a good chance that Wargaming will buffer. But anyway, so compared to the sign-up, the Poltava seems like it's not as tanky, except for that 200mm 4-inch belt, but it's got a lot of area here that can be HE spammed. So that's something to keep in mind. Although, yes, I was just going to comment on that, and you just mentioned it's really good for tanking in the butt, so that's kind of nice. So there you are. So here's what we're going to do, guys. We're going to give away a Poltava, but there's one key component to this giveaway. You must, as soon as SFNL gifts it to you, you must take it into a battle and submit a replay for me to analyze, and I'll use that as my review of the ship. Make sense? Alright, with that, we're going to exit out of here. We'll do our... is there anything else you guys want to see? Yeah, pressure indeed. You guys want to see anything else on here in relation to the ship itself? AA defense is 73 for the Poltava versus the sign-up. AA defense is 69. So Poltava is slightly better with anti-air. Is Hayate still poo? I don't know. We haven't seen Hayate in a while. We tested her, and then we didn't see her again for a while. Maneuverability, 27 for the sign. Is that with the... Is there... Okay, there's... So 27 for the sign-up, and 960, 29 for the Poltava, and 1000. So it's a little bit faster than the sign-up. The rudder shift is not quite as good, though. Interesting. If you win, you'll show me a replay of Poltava detonating. That's great. Okay, guys, we're going to go ahead and do this. So I'm going to load up the next replay, and then I'm going to do my drawing for the Poltava. Remember, you must pull that ship into a game immediately as soon as it shows up on your account. And take her out. Do a shakedown cruise. And here we go. We're going to talk about the Poltava. This will be my review, so if you guys just bear with me for a second just to introduce it, because I'm going to clip it here for a special review portion. Guys, this is Lord Zath bringing you a review of the Poltava. Wargaming is graciously allowing me to give one away to my viewers as a thank you for supporting me, and big thanks to Wargaming for that. So this is Gregoire Beau, and my replays are going to be, or my reviews are going to be a little bit different. They're based on replays of the ship. So basically, I'm going to look at the ship through some other player's eyes and give you some feedback on the ship itself. We'll talk about the characteristics of the ship, what makes it great, what makes it maybe not so great, all that kind of stuff. Okay? I like this format because this is Gregoire Beau's first game in the Poltava, and we're going to see what happens as a result. I need to take a screenshot to be a cover image, so just bear with me for that. Let's try to cover up the damage received icon there. There we go, that's a good way to do that. Now, the Poltava is interesting in that it's got smaller guns. Instead of the 406 guns that the sign-up would have, it's got 350s, 353, 358, something like that. It's basically 14-inch guns, 356. These guns have better penetration in terms of raw penetration against the side of an armor, but they will not overmatch 27mm, and that's really important. Okay, guys? Yes, thanks, chat. 356mm guns. We covered this earlier, looking at the armor viewer and stuff. Some key characteristics, though. The turrets rotate faster than the sign-up, 15-second faster to 180-degree turn, and they reload faster by 5 seconds. So you're dishing out more punishment more rapidly. Armor-wise, it's an interesting armor scheme. It's probably not as well armored as the sign-up, It doesn't have as much hit points either. However, the superstructure is much lower. So that's interesting. But look at the muzzle velocity of these shells. Oh my god. Did you guys just see how quick those shells went through? Tedster's pointing out, thank you Ted, these, because they're 14 inches, they don't penetrate 25mm either. So pretty much any cruiser can go bow onto it, except for like British light cruisers. Now, this ship, because of the overmatch problems, this ship is pretty good when it's top tier. You'll note that he is top tier. It's a tier 5 to 7 game. So that's definitely in his favor here. You can bully these ships a lot easier because of that top tiering. If this was a bottom tier game, a tier 9, 8, 7 game, he'd have a tougher time and the sign out might be better. Which is part of the reason why I think that that this ship is best for like Narai and other scenarios that are tier 7. And yes, he overmatches tier 5 battleships. Which is why I think being top tier is key. Look at what he just did to the Peter Velicki though. Those guns are fast. Little M key trick there. At a broadside Omaha that's just sitting there, begging to be killed. Just begging to be killed. And nothing. Too close to the island. One area where that muzzle velocity was a detriment because it was so fast it caused a flat trajectory. But you've got a broadside New Orleans you can whack. Nope, forget the Omaha. New Orleans might be good. Peter Velicki might... Nope. Behind island. I'd look at the New Orleans right now. You see where the New Orleans last was? He's gonna pop out right in front of you in a sec here. Yep, and I'll bet you now you realize you wish you had to your held your shell. Still, decent hit on the Omaha. What's up, Battle Pirate? How's it going? Doing a giveaway right now for Resolute and Rapid containers, so you want to make sure that you hit exclamation point and raffle. I think you're already following, and thanks for that. If not, make sure you follow too so you can get in the raffle. Oh, look at that Iron Duke going broadside to you. I'd probably shoot the Duke right now. But this is a scared hero, and there's a reason for that, and that reason is you. You want that Omaha dead. Good point, Cthulhu. That was a tier 4 battleship, right? So that was a failed div battleship, yeah. Ouch. Got a Texas right in front of you. That might be a really good target for you. And that Iron Duke is in front of you too. I mean, I wouldn't be wasting my time looking at these guys. Yeah, I'd be looking at the guys in front. Oh, what? Oh my god. Did you guys see that? I don't know, Cthulhu. Maybe they don't realize, but one of the cool things I like to do is when I post this on YouTube, I'm gonna be on the forums. I'm gonna be tagging, or well, SFNL is gonna be tagging because he does an awesome job of putting people's names down. Big thanks to him for that. But we'll tag everybody on the forums who is participating in the battle, and you know, hopefully this person is on the forums. We'll come in, we'll see that, and we'll hear this chatter right now and say, "Oh, I can't be failed diving anymore." Yeah, the guns definitely seem to have a better pen than you'd think. Wow. It's just the overmatch thing that's the issue. But if people are going to go broadside like this, then there's really no issue there. Jeez. I wonder if they think I'll anchor them. Yeah, maybe. The only thing I think will anchor is carriers. Like, you can take a tier 4 carrier out. I think that's a little low. Yeah, you had 2 bounces. I think you should have aimed a little bit higher at the superstructure, since he's so angled. Or switch to HE. But yeah, you can take a tier 4 carrier with a tier 5, and then you're guaranteed a tier 4 or 5 game. Showing a little bit of side there, got some pens. That's alright though. As the New Orleans decides he wants to go broadside to you again. Yeah, you can have a Langley at tier 7, but probably with an enemy Langley, right? Yeah, exactly, Ted, right. Oh, those shots missed. Oh! Texas wants to die. Jeez. SF, I hope you realize that we just gave 2 players the ability to club the heck out of SEALs. Oh my goodness.
All stations, proceed to capture that area.
Oh god, here it comes. Here it comes. We know what's coming. Gregoire's gonna beach for the shot. Oh, okay. The Koenig's gonna steal the kill. We were all looking forward to that kill. Oh well. Half speed for the best turning radius. Nope. Been seeing a lot of Notzer maneuvers today. Speed things up a little bit, try to get back into the action. Oh, and the Iron Duke just coming out, wanting to get wrecked. You have to be careful not to give him a broadside. If he's got AP loaded, that could really hurt you. It does have a very poor turning radius, yes, and it's got a pretty bad citadel too. Turning radius is worse. Oh, nice hit, 26k. Turning radius is worse than the sign up, but it's a little bit faster than the sign up, so that's nifty. Clubbing only available in a high tier situation. True. I'm curious to see what Puddin's experience was like with this ship, since he had 2 carriers in it. New Orleans dev strikes in Nuremberg. That's interesting. Gonna speed things up a little bit here, try to get this Iron Duke in play. I might be shooting the shores at this point, just because the Duke doesn't want to play. But that's okay, he comes back out, and 12k GG easy. Masacholi goes down. Looks like he went to the shores, but then the shores died. There he is. Figuring he's turning, so you aim more in the center. 732 left. I think the York can take care of him now. There he goes, and that's game. Not bad, Gregoire. Jeez. Okay, so that's that replay of the Poltava. Let's move on to Puddin's replay of the Poltava. SFNL, I agree. Wrecking ball, indeed. So, what do you guys think of the Poltava now, huh? Could he have done that with the sign-up? Probably, although, you know, not so much good with the reload. Cthulhu, Narai Wargasm. Probably. Oh my god, Puddin's top tier as well. We're going to see another Clubathon here. Let's get into the action. We've already kind of covered a little bit about what to expect here.
Зададим им жару.
Let's see what you got for flags. Repair booster. I have to go back to normal speed for a second. Repair booster. Equal speed Charlie London. Fire reduction. Commander XP. Let's swing around to the other side here. We've got detonation, anti-det, which is good. Flood reduction, speed flag, and Papa Papa for free XP. And you're running this on what else? But looks like the Russian battleship camo, or is that the default camo? This looks like it's the Russian battleship camo, but I could be wrong. Yeah, Maurice, this is a premium ship. This is our review of the premium ship. Instead of you know, me playing the ship and showcasing the best game after like 20-30 battles. Oh my god, and you're using the special captain too. Wow. I'm just showcasing first battle from Puddin and the first battle from Gregoire Beau.
Сконцентрировать огонь на указанной цели.
Now that Vaculin is turning away. I probably would have aimed farther north there, but that's okay. Yeah, you're using that special Russian commander, aren't you? Cool, Maurice. Thanks. Appreciate it. Hopefully we can, you know, make some conclusions about the ship as a result of watching Gregoire and Puddin play. Unfortunately, both of those were in top tier situations. But we'll see what happens. Yeah, Kuznetsov is the special captain. Jonathan, I don't know. We'll see where we're at for timing after this. I know there's a few other people that wanted to get their replays in as well. Oh, jeez. Wow. Okay. Knowing Puddin, he's laughing his butt off. And by the way, Puddin, you're welcome to join me in voice chat if you want. Yeah, Tedster, if you've got a bottom tier Poltava game, please send that to me. And, John, send me the replay. And even if we don't get to it today, we could definitely get to it on Sunday next weekend. There you go. All the anti-air. 2 planes destroyed. Omaha armor is not thin enough, huh? Okay. It's not. Yeah. So so the shells will arm inside the citadel, and that's what happened there. What day was the patch? I don't remember. It was the first week of November, wasn't it, guys? Or was it the second week of November? Time to shoot at the Nagato. Pizza mentioned how the shells are a little bit easier to follow because of the tracers. It might be worth thinking about turning the tracers off for the captains. I always turn them off for the captains just so that people don't know I'm running them. It's up to you though. Net Nagato, you aimed far too far ahead. Just the situation of the crazy muzzle velocity, I think. That York is moving really slow. And yeah, Kuznetsov's got that red flare too, to let you know he's using them. Oh, this guy disconnected, poor guy. Now this is risky. Puddin is slowing down and sitting broadside to the Nagato. The Nagato can absolutely spank him. Shoot me please, I'm using a broken captain, LOL. Nothing broken about doing 17k. Where's his follow-up salvo? It's disappointing. I wanted to watch Puddin get spanked. Oh well. So now Puddin has to move forward and get back into the action. We're going to speed things up a bit. And you got a New Mexico that's broadside to you right now. Assuming you can get an angle on him. That'd be a good target. Yep, you see that. Raspy voice. Oh yeah, harder. Oh, 4 over pens and 1 pen only. Oh well. One pen only, Vasily. Show cam. Unfortunately, the carrier's drop has messed him up. You might as well start moving forward. I'm pretty far back. Oh, it's the Bliskus Torps. Never mind. So two carrier game. Sadly, they didn't really focus you. You shot down 6 planes though. So I guess it's decent anti-air. Goodbye, Atlanta. Trying to stay with the Atlanta? Oh, I see. Yeah, okay. For anti-air coverage. You jerk. Using that teammate as a shield. Not a bad idea in a 2-carrier game. Fortunately for you, they're tier 6s versus tier 8s. Now you do have an Akatsuki or Akatsuki nearby. You have to be on the lookout for. You might try torping you. But you also have that Furutaka there. It does seem like a fairly normal Russian battleship, with the exception of its crazy muzzle velocity and its very high penetration. Yeah, it does feel pretty Russian. I think if I recall, Ted and SAT, tell me if I'm right or wrong, but I could have sworn that it does not get the Russian battleship dispersion bonuses as it gets closer. It's more like a American battleship dispersion ellipse. Is that correct? Is that true? Oh, you wouldn't know that? Okay. I could have sworn that it got posted someplace. Fair enough. Angry Nerd did comment on that. Okay, cool. So the next death is a win, and that Grash Bay is broadside to you, and you're shooting at the back. Yeah, so it's better at medium to long range than the Russians are. Oh boy, I bet you wish you held your shot for that. Gotcha. This is April Fool's Day music. Which, might actually be pretty timely. 2 over pens only. Rip. But maybe you can hit this Grash Bay, Mr. Guillermo. And that's game. All right, so guys, what do you think about the Poltava then? Do you think it's a perfectly balanced premium ship, or do you think that it needs buffs? Nice top tier. Yeah, we saw top tier. Ted, did you get that that bottom tier game? Looks pretty awesome.